Deep in the heart of the Whisper Woods lived a little field mouse named Milo. Now, he saw a hill. The clouds started to rain. At first, Milo couldn't believe his eyes. What was raining down from the sky were marshmallows. Fluffy, white marshmallows. Working together, they made one giant umbrella leaf the size of a house. Then they all stood underneath it and waited for the marshmallow storm to pass. Bigger than Milo's head, marshmallows kept falling from the sky, and soon the giant umbrella leaf was completely covered in sticky goo. The mice looked at each other again. They had never waited out a storm like this before. They didn't know what to do. The mice cheered when they saw it. Then the weirdest thing happened. The snowball started to snooze. Yes, the entire marshmallow cloud turned into a giant ball of yarn and started to snore. One landed right in front of him with a soft thud, and when Milo cautiously touched it, he realized it was warm and sticky. In the distance, he saw the hills of the Cold Wind Valley. If they could get the marshmallow cloud over those hills, then maybe, just maybe, the cloud would stop raining. And on top of the hill, it was very hard work, but they kept going until they reached the hills of the Cold Wind Valley. He saw a cloud. At first, it was still pink and fluffy, but as it floated higher and higher, it turned gray and hard like a snowball. Finally, with a soft thud, it landed on top of the highest hill. But this wasn't just any ordinary cloud. Hazel noticed something strange, and as the sun rose higher and higher in the sky, the mice scampered away, giggling and playing, leaving the giant marshmallow snowball to snooze in the morning sun. The marshmallows weren't just sticking to the other mice, they were sticking to everything. Soon, every tree and leaf and twig was covered in marshmallows, and even Hazel's ears were stuck to her head. This cloud was pink, and as Milo watched, there, growing beside the rushing water, were the biggest, strongest pancake plants in the whole Whisper Woods. Carefully, so as not to disturb the grumpy beetles who lived inside them, Milo pulled a large pancake leaf from one of the plants and raced back to the others. He saw the pink cloud grow bigger and bigger until it covered the whole sky above the hills. Milo was just an ordinary field mouse, or so he thought, until one day as he was scampering around the woods, and soon they were all playing in the squishy, gooey mess, using the marshmallows as hats and shields. It was the best day ever. He saw something strange from far off in the distance. Suddenly, Milo had an idea. He knew just what to do. Then the strangest thing happened, and that's when the other mice started to arrive. All of them were as amazed as Milo by the marshmallow rain. They had never seen anything like it before. "I'm gonna make a hat out of this," squeaked Hazel, the bravest of the young mice, and she quickly fashioned a hat for herself out of the softest marshmallows. The other mice did the same, but after a while, all of the mice looked at each other. They had never seen a marshmallow storm before. They didn't know what to do. He raced as fast as he could through the sticky trees until he reached the riverbank. "We're gonna use these leaves as umbrellas," he squeaked. And so the mice did. But the strange thing was, the storm never stopped. Suddenly, Milo had another idea. He looked up at the sky and squinted his eyes. So Milo led the way, and the mice followed behind him, pushing the giant umbrella leaf with all their might. As the first rays of sunshine hit the cold, hard rock, the cloud began to shrink. And there, in the middle of the Cold Wind Valley, the marshmallow cloud became a giant fluffy snowball. All of the mice stared at it in amazement. It was the most peculiar thing they'd ever seen. The end.